Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We are playing the master plan city of Exact Bay. It has been quite a while since I've played and I'm starting to get Cities Skylines withdrawal, and that's why I'm playing it. I love it. Okay, what we're going to do in today's episode, and I'll quickly show you, I've just laid out, I believe it's time for a nice big residential suburb. And so what I'm keen on doing is kind of squeezing in a suburb over here. We might do a little higher density along the freeway, but the idea is that this is a low density suburb that we're going to start squeezing in over here. We're just going to it's just going to skirt the freeway over here. I would like to see a little bit more, well, we obviously have a little bit of residential demand, and I would like to see a little bit more traffic on this through road section through here. There are some traffic problems that we're kind of getting over here, so we'll start seeing about that. I've also kind of situated an area for the airport. Exact Bay International Airport is going to come in over here, but I don't think we're going to get to that in this episode. So let's see about laying out a nice residential suburb. First thing that I do want to do is I actually want to do a little bit of a slip road adjacent to the freeway, and the idea with that would be, actually, will we be doing, and let's do something that looks a little nicer. So kind of the idea with that is that we would want it to skirt the freeway, gonna say, and maybe that's a little too close to that interchange, so maybe if we started over here and then we kind of skirt it around there, that's pretty good. And if we do that and we skirt it along there, excellent. And then what we'll do is we'll tie it back. So that's going to be a bit of a slip road, a bit of a service road along the freeway. So what I'll do is I'll grab our freeway ramps and we will tie that back in, and we will bring that out somewhere over there, and we'll see how all of that works. And so what we can do with this now is we can start effectively laying out what we will be doing. Well, we'll see something like this. So that's just a bit of a guideline for us as to where we could potentially get some tie-ins and so on. What we also need to do is, I do think we need to do a bit of a bigger road over here, bit of a boulevard, something nice and green. And what we could do is I don't want to fill up this road with intersections, especially not so close to that. So actually, let's extend this one a little. Give me the straight section and we will extend that one like so. And then what I'm keen on doing is maybe starting one over here. Okay, and then from there what we'll do is we will kind of turn it to skirt around our district. Can we switch on our districts? We can indeed switch on our districts. So the idea would be that we kind of do a little something like that, maybe. Okay, something like this, and then we kind of run it straight on this edge all the way. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. We need to see what we do with it out here next to the freeway, though. Did we? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. So that's kind of that'll be the edge of the area. And now what we need to do is lay out our residential pieces. So I'm tempted that we potentially run another one-way road. Maybe something like this, something like that. It doesn't have to be 90 degrees, so maybe if we do, well, and maybe it doesn't need to be a one-way. Maybe a section of it can be one-way, because we don't want to clog it up over here. So actually, let's do a section of it as one-way only. To be honest, maybe we should grab this one. That looks pretty good, actually. Okay, so let's do a little something like that, and we can do a similar one maybe a little somewhere over here. So nice little residential boulevards, and we can actually do a little bit of a roundabout over there, and then see how we lay out the rest of that. I think that is fairly appropriate as a starting point. Now, what I wanted to do is I do want to make sure that we have this pretty interesting. So let's see. Actually, maybe what we need to do is actually get one more to run almost central through this place. So let's do this. Let's determine what it'd be halfway, about 30. So if we do that, and I know I'm not going to keep that piece of road, but this is about what we will be doing. So if we tie that in there and I get rid of this piece, so that is kind of the halfway mark. So we'll do a little something like that. What I'm also keen on doing is maybe just making sure that this is in fact maybe a roundabout. So let's grab this. I'm gonna do, yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna do it about 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, let's do. Okay, forget about it. Let's bring me back this other piece as well. Let's continue to run that through there. Bring this back. Give me the straight section 3. What? Really? 4, 4. Is that what we did? Ah, maybe we did. 4, 4, 4, 4. That looks awesome. Okay, so let's get rid of all of those pieces, and we'll leave that one in there for now. And then what we'll do, actually, this one will probably just be like one way potentially. So what we should do is do the upgrade tool over there, and so we'll get this one to come into here. Maybe it's just the small one. Maybe it's just the small one like that, and we'll just tie that straight into there. Okay, that's pretty good. So what we'll do is we will find that spot and we will tie that in there, and that'll make for a slightly more interesting setup. On this side, we're going to do the same thing as our baseline. Okay, so what I'll do is I will extend that one out there. We'll bring in this piece. So what I'm saying is I did like 3, right? But I believe it's 4. So 4. No, that's not right. Right, like that. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and like so. There we go. Excellent. Now let's get rid of those. So there's that. And this one though, this one does not have to be a one-way. And so let's actually look at that and see about redoing this little section through here. So if we grab this piece and we say we're going to do, that is quite an interesting one. Well, let's bring it a little closer still. Maybe not that close. Yes, I think that is about right, and we will see about cleaning that up a little bit more. So that's kind of our baseline of what we're going to be doing, and now we need to start getting in the rest of the roads and looking at where we're going to lay out stuff, and are we going to do some parks and these kind of things. So what I am interested in doing is maybe having a quick look at how we tie this in over here. I don't want, but at least it is turning back that way, so it's unlikely we're going to create much of a rat run by creating an access point over here. But I do want something of an access point that happens here, or actually this one should probably go straight across. So let's do that. Let's go straight across. We've got about 50 left, so let's give it a, what's going on? Let's give it about a 20 over there. Now let's say we're going up 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and now what we want to do is get ourselves a little something like this, and I've got Anarchy on, so we'll just have to see where we've got some pillars going. Okay, and then we're going to drop 1, 2, and whoa, 1, 2. There we go, and we'll do that. So yeah, it's a way for us to get across there. We don't have the pillars we want, so I'll have to add some new pillars there. But what we do have is room for a bit of a road that comes in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run. So what we can do is we can get yeah, we can get a bit of a, yes, I like it. There's an interesting idea that I've got going on over here now. So if I grab that road that I'm looking for, where is it? It's this one, right? So let's continue that straight over here. To say something like that point for now. So that gives us very nice blocks that we can work with over here. At the same time, I'm going to get ourselves a bit of a freeway ramp to come off of this. Excellent. And what we'll do is we're going to run it straight underneath there. And we're going to run it probably a little more. And now what I want to do is I want to turn it over there. We will see. Okay, let's do that. I hate it when there's this many stuff to snap to, and how do I get it to snap to the right one? And this one, I'm pretty clear on that. I just want that to be turning in the one direction. So what I'll do is, actually I want to upgrade to the 2-line piece for a section here. So if we do kind of that, maybe that last one is not quite right, but what we'll do is then I'm going to grab it from this spot over there, and maybe we'll do this tool instead. Something a little like that, and we'll clean up how this works. So I want people to be able to get off of there straight into that side, and on this side you're going to have to make the turn and go that way. It's basically a way to get across the freeway onto this side. So we make use of some sufficient pieces. Okay, now let's see. We need to lay out a few other things. So I do want, let's see, is there any other kind of shapes that we can kind of base ourselves off of? Well, we do definitely want to run at least, like, say, 2 roads off of here. And let's make them 90 degrees with the spots that we're getting off of, right? So let's do something like that and something like that. And that gives us somewhat different shapes to deal with. Okay, and then what we'll do is we will just kind of run a little bit of normal roads in between here as well. So let's give ourselves a little room. Something like that potentially is going to be nice. Yeah, it's just a little bit more interesting actually if we do that. And one more over here. Oh yeah. Well, actually, if we do that, it's a little. No, that's not quite right. We want to run something that's a little bit better for our setup. Yeah, there we go. So something like that, and that looks a little weird, doesn't it? Okay, so what I'll do is I'm actually going to run that one straight through there. Let's do that, and what we'll do is I'm going to tie this one in there. So I'm going to use move it. We're going to pull this back a little bit. Do something like that over there. And then what we'll do is we'll tie in that way. Not quite right. Yeah, there we go. If something, we'll move it. There we go, perfect. Okay, so that's a bit of a layout section there. Similarly, we probably need to run this one straight in there a little, and then what we'll do is we'll tie that back in a kind of a sensible type of arrangement, like so. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty good. So there's a little bit more interest in that layout. We'll see about filling in the other pieces. Over here, for instance, I think what we need to do is maybe on this side we grab ourselves a slightly different road arrangement. We go about center and we say, you guys, let's start with a straight section there, and then what we do is I need to find out where that line is and where this line is. Okay, and we'll see if we run that. That's going to be pretty cool. But then I'm keen on us running it something like this. Okay, and let's give it a little bit of a turn in there. Yeah, something like that. We can get a fair bit of traffic flowing in from that side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this back just a tad, and so let's see about. It's actually not quite center. Maybe what we should do is get it a little bit more central. So this basically. So something like that gives us a bit of room. And could we even extend this one out this way? Give me a straight line. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll get this guy to... No, we'll get that one to extend like so. If we do that though, well, that doesn't actually work. I'd rather we upgrade to that, so it looks a little bit more uniform. And that is actually, well, you know what? This one probably needs to tie in there. So if we'll do that, there we go. Nice. That's the kind of layout that I'm looking for. All I need to do is making sure that we're actually tying in these same kind of roads. There we go. So that's an interesting little shape there. We need to do the other side. We need to do, and this side I'm actually gonna run. I'm gonna run it the other way around. So we'll do the no. We'll do this piece. Okay. There we go. So that's pretty good. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Again with this thing. Okay, so now what we need to do is basically link some of these together. Do a little something like that. And maybe something like this and like that. And then how do we link these together? I don't want a lot of cul-de-sacs or something. So let's quickly see. Okay, let's bring back one of these. And what we'll do is we'll do that. We'll tie it in that way. And you're going to come through that way. And something like this. And what else can we do with this? Can we just tie it in? I don't want to tie it in over there, to be perfectly honest. The only other thing we can do is then tie it back into this one, or we just leave it like that. It does look a little weird to me. Maybe the one side we'll leave like that, and this side we're going to tie in. Okay, so let's bring that back, and what we'll do is we will we'll do that. We'll run this one beyond it, and then we'll just say, yeah, tie-ins over there, and like so. So that gives us some kind of funny little looking piece for that. Okay, and over here, I'm kind of tempted to do, well, that doesn't actually quite work for us. So maybe this side, what we do is we try and identify a few spots where we just do a few cul-de-sacs, something like that, and we're not going to squeeze in an extra one. So that something like so. What we could then do is we could actually tie them together, I think, just so that they're not completely funny looking over there. So that's okay. Something like that gives us a little piece and a little bit more emphasis on this as a kind of collector road. And now that we've got this up and running, what I'm thinking is we just need to extend this piece, maybe something like that. Yeah, perfect. I don't mind a little bit of that going on, and we'll just run that one straight in there as well. That looks okay. This side we're probably just going to leave as is. So there we go. It's pretty straightforward. The question is, where do we do some parks and things like that? We still need to do that. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start filling in some of this. And first things first, let's get ourselves some water over here. We do have the ability to pull water alongside the freeway. So let's just do a few basic sections, and then we'll cut across and feed it up there, run it all the way to the end somewhere there. Like so, and kind of run it like this as well. Should give us mainly all the water that we need. We'll do a tie off over here as well. Okay, so something like that's going to give us the water. We're going to need the power, but let's start by getting some stuff like schools and things like that. So I want nice little schools. I'm tempted to have it fairly central, so something like this block over here I think is pretty good. So that's the that was the primary school, right? Now I'm keen on getting like the high school as well. So the primary school over there, the high school maybe over there. Okay, then let's get some emergency services. This will kind of be like a, let's switch off Anarchy for now. Let's get the emergency services on this road here. Alternate, well, they can go pretty much all around, but if we can squeeze in some commercial in between. Let's give ourselves a little bit of a small kind of hospital. I don't think we have small hospitals. We'll have to go with the clinic, which is okay. The clinic works. There's a little spot there, and then the fire department. Maybe something like this. We have 2 entrances to the fire department. Well, if that's the case, let's plop it in there. I don't know if that actually constitutes, but anyway, 2 entrances is not bad. There we go. So a bit of a fire department over there. So let's start off by getting some commercial in between there and over there. Oh, you know what we're missing? Probably need to give ourselves a little bit of this as well in between. So let's do something like that as well. just a bit of death care as well. A bus station. I'm pretty keen we do something like a bus station over here. Maybe something like this. Oh, look at that. That's a perfect fit right there. I like it. That for a bus station works well. I think this is a nice little compact inner city area. What are we going to do in terms of garbage collection though? We'll do a recycling facility. Of course we'll do a recycling facility. And what I'm tempted in doing is putting it over here, kind of over there, kind of close to the freeway section, so it's not too disruptive to what's going on. So we'll kind of squeeze it in. The recycling facility is going to be squeezed in over there. Can have room for some other stuff as well. Okay, so that's our basics, right? That's our basics. Where did we want to put a bit of a park? I'm almost tempted to do a bit of a city park. Where? This area over here? Maybe something like that as a city park. All the way to the freeway, so that entire stretch like that. Is that going to be nice? Is that... I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's the one, but I do like the idea of using the existing trees for the park to some extent. Should we actually do something like this instead? Actually, I think that could be pretty good if we do that as a park. So let's do this. Let's grab ourselves the park area. Let's get it a fair bit smaller. And what I'm keen on doing is, yeah, squeezing the park in like this. So the park is a bit of a funnier shape, like so. I've got a road running through the park, of course. I understand that, but I don't mind it too much. And what we'll do is we'll extend it a little over here. So that's kind of the Coleridge Garden. That's pretty good. So that is a park, and then what we'll do is we'll squeeze in a few bits and pieces next to it. Actually, what I'm keen on doing, maybe what we do is we trim it back around that section. That will still be a pretty cool shape. And what we'll do is we'll fill it in over there. And ooh, that's not what I want to do. I want to then we'll draw a straight line. Yeah. I think that's going to be a cool park area actually, and with the roads through it, it means it's not going to disrupt traffic, and it's going to be accessible to a lot of places. So let's quickly go to the city park piece, okay, and I'm just going to grab the fence, and we'll switch on this. Oh no, is there one for parks? Leisure park areas? Ah, perfect. Now what I'm keen on doing is certainly okay, well, let's do something like this. Okay, and yeah, see, this is what I'm worried about a little bit. Can we switch off the snapping so we can try and get it to... Now that's... Anyway, what we'll do is we'll do a little something like this. And now try and switch on snapping again. Okay, well, what we'll do is we're just going to lay it out on the edge like that, and that'll be the park there, and this will be the park, and so fine, park around there, park around this, and then what we'll do is we'll run, maybe just run it straight through like that, and we'll trim it back a little. Park area, give me the small one, and what we'll do is we'll fill it in over there. And we'll trim it back down on that edge. We will trim it down on there. We'll fill it in a little over there. And we'll fill it in a little bit on this side as well. Nice. So that's our park with a couple of roads running straight through it. Excellent. So I'm not going to build the park out right now. What we'll do is we will start zoning, and actually what we'll do is we'll start start getting stuff going on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start zoning this immediate area over here. So let's do a little bit of a zoning piece like this. For now, I'm going to leave the rest of this as is, so we'll see about that. I don't want to fill in some of these. This could actually, let's get rid of this. I want maybe that should be a little bit more commercial focused. Definitely filling that out. Definitely filling this one out. There we go. And then the question is, do we do little pathways in the middle, mid-block pathways? Maybe that is right for us to do some mid-block pathways. Something like that. Fill that out there. There could be a bit of a mid-block pathway this way. I'm just going to fill in this entire thing like so. Maybe we add one through there. Fill out all of that. That can be a pathway. This is fine. Maybe we'll leave that be for now. We need some power over here, so let's get ourselves power connected from whatever we have all the way out here. Yeah, okay, well, let's see about running. What is going on? Oh, it's a bit of a traffic jam. Let's cross that. Then what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll go over the top for now. Bring in the power over here. Actually, where shall we bring in the power? It needs to be here. Are we gonna run it in the middle? Let's do that. Why not? And I maybe just have to fix the other side then. Only problem is we just need to make sure that we can actually get the middle. Otherwise, it's more problems than anything else. There we go. Now let's extend through there. That'll give us power. Excellent. So our suburbs are starting to fill in. Nice. So the Grove with the Coleridge Garden is starting to fill in nicely. Still no power over there. So what we might do is we might actually hit back across that side. And then we'll just run up there and give that power as well. There we go. Nice. I believe that's supposed to be one. We'll fix that. We will fix that. Oh, there's supposed to be one over here as well. So we definitely need to fix all of that. Anyway, that is giving us our first suburb, right? Our first suburb is underway. It looks pretty good. I'm liking it. So we still need to do a fair bit of layout over here, and the question is how exactly we do that. I want it to be interesting yet efficient, which is always the challenge. But I think this is working. Are we getting some vehicles getting in and out of there? People making use of our intersections and our streets? Not really. People coming back onto the highway? Yeah, these guys, all of these service vehicles are going all over the show. But yeah, filling in nicely now. Starting to fill in nicely. So we're going to need to do a little bit more filling in, of course. So what I'll do is I'll actually go ahead and fill out that one. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll fill out this one over here. Okay, and see how that goes. This is Spark, so we're not going to fill out that. We'll fill out this one. Nice, that's going to be a nice big section. What I'm keen on, maybe what we'll get rid of is these ones over there, and what we'll do is we'll get a bit of a commercial piece right in that side, in that spot, a little bit of a corner shop as you get in from there. That looks pretty good. Nice, 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 nice. That looks really good. This one, before we start drawing a lot of traffic from it, I just want to make sure that this one is only going to go in that direction, so there's no reason for them to be going in there. This needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but I will do so. So guys, thanks so much. I need to fix this, which I'll do in between episodes maybe. Yeah, so that's been another episode, and apologies if there's not a lot that's happened. Doing a bit of planning, but I like the fact that we're starting to get into some suburbs. Hopefully we'll see a bit more traffic going on. I'm also wondering about how we're going to do our public transport. Do we just do a big train station over there? Probably that's what we're going to do. Don't want to do too many rail lines, so maybe a public transport station somewhere over here that then feeds to this bus station. Maybe some bus services and things like that. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm ExactChaos, and this has been Cities Skylines. We're playing the city of Exact Bay, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.